Let's get to talk about what is going to happen on Saturday as political parties.
Hello my people, good evening everybody. Thank you all so much for watching my video. Thank you for sharing it. I really appreciate you all. So this broadcast is all about talking about on Saturday election. The both parties, they are here to talk about Saturday election. Please my fans, my people, please, let's take Nigeria back. Nigeria have been in the hands of bad politicians who make things difficult for us. Nigerians, please, you guys know where we are coming from. We have been through a lot in the hand of politicians. Please, my people, wala wo wo. I beg my people, my Nigeria people, my Nigeria youth, we all know what we went through for so many years, or let me just say for the past 8 years wey Buhari take lead us. Please go and vote for Peter Obi. Let's change it. If something, maybe you dey chop food wey no sweet you, wey you no like, shey you still buy food another one take test whether e go sweet pass the one wey you no like. Na so life be. So we need to, I no dey Nigeria, e dey pain me. Una need to try another person. Mona try Peter Obi. So Mona lis ten to wetin they talk about. It's very important, my lovely people. Please, let's watch this together. Help me to share it. It's just 2 days from now. Today is Thursday. Election is on Saturday. Please, let us go there and vote wisely. Please, let's take Nigeria back. Nigeria is not for only one person. It's for all of us. We all need to enjoy all the good things in Nigeria together, not some people. You understand? You being born in Nigeria is not a mistake. Me being born in Nigeria is not a mistake. Nigeria shall be great again. Nigeria will be good again. But we all need to do something to help our country. Thank you guys so much. Please watch this video to the end. If it's your first time of coming across my Facebook page, please like and follow the page. Please, my people. So let's watch and listen to their discussion. It's very important, my people. Please share this video. Thank you all so much. May God bless you all. We pray for Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the winner by special grace of God. Amen. Wow.
Innovation he wants to bring to Nigeria is something that I've never seen with anyone that I've been involved with in politics, and I've been involved with politics since 2002. I'm completely committed to ensuring the success of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu because I think he's the best man at the job. And I've said that even though that there are many, many candidates vying for this top position, all of them are fantastic national, patriots. They're all national treasures. But of course, one has to be better than the others. And for me, I've had an opportunity to interrogate each and every one of these candidates because most of them I have personal relationships with. But of all of them, I don't think any one of them has the sort of vision, the capacity, the character, the clout, the sincerity of purpose to be able to really do the things that is needed for Nigeria.
Interesting. Let me bring Mr. Saliu. You're not only a politician, you've played, you've been in government. Is it looking as bright as Ms. Musawa here is describing the chances on Saturday? She's confident and it looks so much that everything is cast in stone for them ahead of Saturday. Does it look like that for you too?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Sean. Let me say from the onset that the facts are clear. The optics are there. Our candidate, Atiku Abubakar, has gone round every state, has visited every state capital. We've had robust rallies. We've had rallies where the attendance, the kind of frenzy, the support, is just ballistic. So let me put it this way. PDP, in the real sense, is not in contest with any, with APC in the real sense. We are in contest with a party that is bedeviled by internal rebellion, dismembered by internal conflict, fragmented by internal mismanagement of its own affairs. And in the last 1 week, we told ourselves in the campaign organization, hey, slow down. The APC is doing the campaign for us. Because here you have a party that 1 week to the elections, Nigerians are still discussing the anger, the anguish, the poverty, the insecurity that they have brought upon us. And yet, we have ourselves in a quagmire where you cannot even access your legitimate funds to do business. You cannot even go to the banks and get a naira from a policy that was generated by the party, by the government in power.
Let me to watch this video,
and
guys.
So it is.
Let's watch it to the end.
We are costing to not only victory, no, the position of our candidate, the position of the PDP, as far as this election is concerned on Saturday, is not only unassailable, but is going to be a whitewash. It is not going to be. I will not sit here and say, oh no, we're going to have a landslide. No,
you won't have a landslide.
We are a very realistic political party. What you have is a PDP costing to victory in an unassailable position, and this is going to happen because, like I said, APC has brought not only failure, has brought anguish and anger, and a state of insecurity that we've not seen in our entire life as a nation. So the economy is not only bad or poor, the economy has been mismanaged. There are more people now out of jobs. If you talk about insecurity, in 2022 alone, across the country, 7,000 people were reported to have been killed as a result of insecurity, 4,500 from the northwest alone, 445 from Kaduna, 985 kidnapped. And what do we have? A champion in that state in the name of a governor going after his president, his party, for a policy that was not ab initio probably even discussed in the engine room. So it tells you that what you have in APC is a contraption, a conglomerate of personal interests.
Let me ask you, who would you say is your biggest rival? Biggest rival to Atiku Abubakar in this race?
The biggest rival is the biggest rival to PDP is the PDP itself.
So PDP is not twice on the ballot. It will appear once on the ballot.
We will defeat every candidate soundly. I don't want to equate
I see it this way. Just a moment,
yes.
Mr. Laden, Mr. Saliu. Muhammad Buhari defeated Atiku by 15,191,000 votes, winning 19 states in 2019.
15 million?
Yes, he polled 15,191,000 votes.
And Atiku?
And Atiku polled 10,782 in 17 states and the FCT the last time around.
Yes.
Buhari is still in the APC. And if you are looking at it this time around, so we had something that looked like a two-horse race in 2019. Now it looked like a four-horse race this time around. And that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Who do you see that your candidate is up against in this, who is a major challenger to your candidate?
Well, at the beginning of the program, you did say that this is going to be a two-horse race. And let me dignify that comment by saying, yes, the PDP is in a two-horse race with the APC, all right? But then the difference is more than clear. When you look at, and I'm happy, Mr. President has said that he's going to give the nation a free, fair, credible, and transparent election, which I expect from which I expect that there will be not only a level playing ground, no, but there will be the rule that will apply to each and everybody equally. And therefore, if that is done, the PDP has no fear whatsoever that we will win this election handsomely, we'll win this election hands down, because, and I want to repeat it again, and I'll repeat it over and over again. You have a nation that is in dire straits. You have a nation that is in a conundrum of a system that has over the years been almost imprisoned by misgovernance, by lack of clear and crystal clear foresight in leadership.
Let me pause you for a moment, and I'll come back to Ms. Hannatu Musawa, and your comment will lead us in the break. We're going to a break in a few seconds. So, do you agree with him, though, saying that the PDP article will beat Bola Tinubu in this race?
Absolutely not. But before I do that, I would want to just comment on something that he did say. I think within his comments, he did say that he spoke about the policy, the naira policy now, and bringing that in to say, oh, the APC has brought in this policy or the bad implementation of this policy that has been put Nigerians at a dire straits. Oh my goodness, what the irony of irony is that it is the PDP that is actually supporting this particular bad implementation of the policy. Even you have the apex court of the land, the Supreme Court, saying that we should maintain status quo so that all the money is legal tender. But it is the PDP that is trying to weaponize what the bad situation that Nigerians are going through. So it would be very disingenuous for any PDP member to sit here and use that as one of the reasons why the APC should lose election, when it is what they are banking on to win elections.
That policy might be an Achilles heels for your party.
It may be what?
You think that it might be harmful for your party?
Of course it's been harmful for our party. There's no doubt about it. But let me tell you why it is harmful for our party. People talk about vote buying. Nobody on this side of the divide is thinking about vote buying. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win this elections hand down with or without any incentives from any quarter.
So you're not planning any handouts?
No, we have no
gifts, no packages, no souvenirs for
none whatsoever. None whatsoever. And in fact, it is in our interest that there's no vote buying in the election, because Asiwaju wants a clean victory, one that will enable him to be able to unify the country after his victory.
And the assurances that you're getting about the chances of your candidate, and I'm saying, how hurtful is the policy of the CBN, because it's mostly the governors of your state that are fighting this policy.
Let me tell you why this policy is, we're adverse to this policy. You know, people keep on talking about the issue of vote buying, and like I said before we went for break, no one is interested in vote buying, because we want to go into a clean election and come out with a clean victory. This is what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants, because he wants to be able to unite the country after the election without anybody feeling disenfranchised. Right. The reason why you see APC members, specifically the governors, because they're more or less like the mouthpiece of our party, is because of the effect that it's having on us. Because it's an APC government and it's an APC policy, and the bad implementation of it, it's affecting us negatively, because people may look at this policy and say, oh, it's part of the APC.
So it is true what people say, that if Bola Tinubu had a 65% chance before that policy, that has been drawn down to 40%.
No, not 40%. Maybe if he had a 65% chance, it's been brought down to 64% or something. Certainly not that low. But there's no doubt
even
it's
in your home
affected
state
us.
of Katsina, the argument that the APC might lose a lot of the state to control.
Wow. There's not a cotton-picking chance on earth that we are going to lose Katsina in APC.
Those are the permutations.
Well, that's not true, because I'm the second. When it comes to Katsina, I'm fervently passionate about the issue of Katsina, because I'm involved in the campaign of Katsina down to the grassroots, and I'm the secretary of the campaign council in Katsina, so I'm very much aware.
So APC will win Katsina governorship and presidential.
You know
Is that what you're saying?
Oh yes. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
We're going to.
We will all be alive.
Katsina.
And I don't bet if
the governorship contest in Katsina
is
literally like night and day. Dr. Dukorada and Yakubu Ladut Amarke is like night and day, and the people of Katsina know that. There is no way the people of Katsina are going to abandon a person with a kind of pedigree that Dr. Dukoreta has to
What
go
about-
for
what about
Yakubu
the
Lado
anger?
who
What
has
about
lost
the- what about
election
the-
3 times.
What about the anger that people were talking about? In fact, the president's visits the last time to Katsina, the anger that the people have shown. These are some of the talks in your underground in Katsina.
Well, that's not true. You know, when the president came to Katsina, I was there, and I was part of that delegation that led him through that that ride to the different destinations that he went. And we were received, the president was received with adoration by people. But then it was after we had left everywhere we were going, then we now saw that there were images that had gone viral showing that people had tried to attack his motorcade. But that wasn't true. You have individuals that make their kind of attack.
So those kind of anger, perhaps the opposition say it's against your party across the land,
But then,
based on the situation of things in the
but
country.
if we say that,
Do you think that those exist?
But if you say that,
No,
there
madam, do you think that those kind of anger against your party, does it exist in the country based on the economic situation?
there's a likelihood that some people may be upset with maybe the way, you know, the implementation of this policy or some of the failures or challenges of this particular government. There's no doubt about that. We do understand that. And in our campaign, this is why Ashwaji Bola Tinubu is providing solutions for those areas that there have been challenges. But again, I just want to go back on the point that you said that there were attacks. Now, if we're going to interpret these attacks as a rejection, then why is it when in other places where other parties, such as the Labour Party, have been attacked, why is it not interpreted in the same way that the people are rejecting the Labour Party? That's why
let's
they're
put some
attacking
reading
them.
into these. Whether or not
You
the
can't
acceptance
interpret
of the
it
APC
in
and the
two
PDP.
separate ways.
I mean, well, this
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, these are the issues about your party and your opposition in the state. I'm just bringing to you for. I mean, so the acceptance or the non-acceptance of any of your political parties in the north is a major issue.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how you're dismissing the Labour Party or Kwankwanso of the NNPP in this race. Do you think that Labour Party or NNPP are a force to reckon with?
Well, let me say from the onset, when you look at the character and the formation of the political parties and their structures on the ground, the NNPP and the Labour parties, they don't even, they don't have representation on the ground in the north.
So, I mean,
no governors.
You're saying that they cannot win. That's what you're saying.
No governors, no senators.
So does that matter?
They won't make the numbers.
Does that matter?
It matters to some people, but to the PDP, no, we're not so much concerned.
Well, you're not going to be the one to vote for them. But if the people who are voting say they will vote for them, can you stop that?
Let me say this. How do you factor a party, for instance, like, and I feel, I wouldn't say I sympathize, but my heart, goes out to the Labour for not having the kind of numbers to compete. How do you have a party going into a presidential election out of 176,000 polling stations, your presence is only felt in 42,000? So there is just no way Labour can pose a threat to the PDP in the north. Ditto NNPP. So as far as I'm concerned, we have a situation in which, like you did say, we are fighting, we are contesting literally with the APC, but we are not worried, we're not losing sleep over beating Bola Ahmed Tinubu because that has been done and dusted.
Even
as far
with
as I'm concerned.
The G5 governors, one was saying campaigning vigorously. He even said, Governor Autumn said, he doesn't even care if he loses his own senatorial election.
Yes.
But that he thinks that a Labour Party's candidate, Peter OBI, must win in his state of Benue. Well, that is one of your governors.
Yeah,
5 governors of the PDP are obviously, openly not on your side.
You see, the 5 governors of the PDP, they are on a journey of political sentiment. They don't necessarily, there is no governor today in the PDP that can order his own constituents in his states and tell them don't vote Atiku. he does that at his own political peril. I can assure you no governor in the PDP will come out and tell his constituents don't vote Atiku.
So you're daring
or any other party.
that the G5 does not have what it takes
G5,
to stop votes for your party?
The G5 will not affect the outcome of Atiku's political fortunes as far as the Saturday's elections.
You're not worried about River State?
No, we're not worried about River State.
River State is the fourth
when you look
largest.
at the history,
Yeah.
in the South, Delta State provided more votes for the PDP in the 2019 elections, I think by more than 75,000 votes. So, and for crying out loud, PDP will win in Rivers.
All right. So where do we go from here? You are agreeing with Mr. Saliu about the chances of the Labour Party and NNPP?
Honestly, this election is a straight contest between APC and PDP. That's the reality. Wow. Even though we have other candidates, brilliant candidates, but the reality of it, none of them have the kind of structure, latitude, capital to be able to do it. And especially, my concern is this narrative that's been put out there that the Labour Party candidate, Peter OBI, has an opportunity. Yes, he's got an opportunity to contest, but there is a constitutional impossibility for Peter OBI to win this election because of the way our laws are constituted. It's just not possible.
They see him as a disruptor, as a possible shocker.
But he's disrupting the PDP, not the APC, because what Peter OBI has done is he's cannibalizing the votes of the PDP. That's just the reality.
What would you do if the Labour Party wins?
It's not a constitutional possibility. It's not a possibility for Labour Party to win this election.
So you're ruling them out?
I'm completely ruling them out. It's the reality. And my problem is this narrative that's been... No, I'm not God. I certainly am not God. My concern is this narrative that has been put out there, that there's a possibility that he will win. So in the event that next week Peter OBI definitely isn't going to win, it's going to be...
I just have 30 seconds for us to go. Mr. Saliu, your candidate, Peter Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu will be fighting hard in the north. That's a major one. It's obvious that where Tinubu will get his vote from. But north is where a lot of people think is the battleground.
Yes. Well, you see, first and foremost, let me say this from the, for the benefit of our viewers. The contest between Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu is a contest between, first, a political icon that has pedigree and history and track record and experience and capacity and energy to deliver, versus a candidate that is provincial in thinking, provincial in attitude, provincial in political leadership, and sitting at the head of a political conglomerate that is falling apart.
We need to go there.
That is the APC.
It's PDP that's falling apart. They've got 5 renegade governors that are not even supporting them.
This election...
Let me to watch this video, guys.
The PDP
is
not worried because we know we will win this election and we will win
freely and we're totally out of time.
Fair.
Well, I didn't have...
Yeah, go ahead. 10 seconds.
I thought she had all the time.
No. You had before the break.
No, I think this election is going to come down literally to the Northwest votes. That's the battleground. And the Northwest, we're going to do everything in our power to deliver, because we are a people of honor, we are a people of integrity, we are a people of loyalty. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been loyal and honest to the North. And this is what we're going to return back to.
If failure can be rewarded, then
PDP should not be elected, because they failed for 16 years.